Big bada boom. Hello everyone, welcome to Shelf Space. I'm your host, Rodimus13, and today we are reviewing the Jegan Blast Master from Build Divers. Before we take a look at the kit, let's take a look at the box. So, we got the standard Build Divers box layout there with the little curved bits at the top and bottom, kind of playing with the standard HG style layout. Got the name, Jegan Blast Master, Yuki's mobile suit. Nice artwork of the Blast Master there, about to blast things masterfully. Got the 00 sky in the background there. Build Divers logo, HG logo. Oh yeah, and blue Bandai Spirits logo in the corner. We got callouts for the different things it can do, showing it with the cannons deployed. Showing it with a beam sword / beam pistol. Spoiler alert, there's no beam effect part for this thing, and I'm kind of sad about that. Look of it in some different poses. The blast everything pose, which get a good look at this because I don't have an available action base right now, so this is the only time you're going to see that in this review. Some callouts for the other kits. On this side, we got the same artwork as the front. All the other information, BandaiHobby.net. This is number 15 in the Build Divers line. On this side, we got some information about the suit, pictures of it front and back, making that seam line look a lot nicer than it does in my kit. This is when they were still printing the prices here, so this was originally about 2,000 yen, so that translates to what, roughly 20 bucks, give or take. I think I got mine for cheaper than that. And on this side, same information as the other side. Again, special shout out to Shoki of Shoki Reviews for selling this to me. Anyway, that's enough of the box. Let's look at the mobile suit itself. So here is the Jegan Blast Master itself, and as you can see, with its satellite cannons on its back like that, it is a very tall mobile suit, and it gives it a very interesting and striking silhouette, so I don't mind too much. Let's give it a little rotate around so you guys can see it. As you'll probably notice, I panel lined my kit. I've also done a little bit of custom painting on some spots, but we'll go over that later. I also have mine equipped with the beam machine gun, whatever this may be, because I thought it looked better than not having an actual handheld weapon. So let's go over articulation real quick. So head is on a standard sort of ball joint, though the armor does make it a little difficult to move around, but you can get pretty good movement there. Can look up a little bit, and there's a hinge in there. Let's see if I can zoom in. Try some new stuff here. So you can tilt the head up and forward, giving it a fairly decent range of movement. Shoulders can rotate. And you can go up with a nice little hinge there. So pretty decent movement there. You have this little weapon pod thing that can deploy out and even rotate around if you want to, but it's only supposed to really go out that way. You got a bicep swivel, single jointed elbow that gets you pretty much exactly 90 degrees, but it looks pretty decent, so that's not too bad. Wrist is on your standard ball socket joint, which allows for easy swappability of hands, though it doesn't have much in the way of those. You have some decent articulation for the waist, so it can rotate around. Got a little bit of an ab crunch there, because I believe it's ball socket mounted, though it's not going to be doing yoga poses. Now, the stuff on the back will hinder the movement, but if you notice, all this stuff is mounted actually to the hips as opposed to the back. So take that for what it's worth. You can move the legs up pretty darn high. Look at that. Knees are double jointed, allowing for a little bit more than 90-degree bend. You actually have some articulation here in the foot, but that's for a sort of shooting mode. And ankle is on a ball joint, I believe, or just a series of joints that allows for pretty decent range, all things considered. Let's see how much of a splits we can do. We got to move all this armor out of the way. That's about all we can do there. So I don't think Jean-Claude Van Damme would approve. So not too bad, considering it's based off of a, I think, somewhat older HG kit. I'm fairly impressed with it. And you got a lot of extra stuff that's keeping it from achieving some really masterful poses. But it still looks pretty darn cool, I think. Zoom out a little bit. Yeah, for what it is, I like it. Let's go ahead and show off the cannons real quick. So they are mounted on these armatures right here on the back, which connect on just basically a swivel joint right here. And then you have a ball socket joint, interestingly enough, right here. And another ball socket joint right here. And then the little satellite things can pop up over there. Just go ahead and do the other side real quick. And because of the jointing there, you can kind of position these however you want. And then you just pop out these parts. Now, I went ahead and painted the insides of the little satellite solar panel things. Don't know if they came out the best. I really need to take Shoki's advice and get myself one of those Molotov silver chrome pin things, because I wanted this to look super shiny, and it just came out looking like I painted them gray, which it's not a bad look, but it wasn't the look I was going for. There is a handle that can come out here, and you can make it hold it. I think that looks kind of silly, though, so I'm just going to leave it like this. And then, just like in the X Gundam that this is based off of, you can pull this off, and you have a little handle that they say is a beam pistol, which I guess that's the shooty part there. And you could put a beam saber in there if, you know, you had them, which it doesn't come with one, and I'm a little salty about that. Now, if you have an action base, you can deploy all the guns. It's got guns on its shoulders, more guns on its shoulders, guns on its hips, guns on its waistskirts, and then you kick its feet up, and he's got guns in his feet. He shoots everything. everything blows up. Boom, boom, boom. That's pretty cool, and I really wish I had an extra action base to show that off. Overall, I like this thing. The downsides are that the head makes the proportions seem a little off because you got this extra armor that makes it look a little bit bigger. And the cannons are a little bit on the fiddly side to get posed nicely. I bet some of you are just screaming at me about why these things look all lopsided by now. And it does need some big stickers for color separation. These orange bits right here in the waist are actually stickers. Though, to be honest, they don't look that bad. Accessory-wise, the only thing it comes with is the gun and an extra holding hand. I have a trigger hand equipped with it right now. You also have a whole bunch of extra parts. Let me show that off real quick. Like almost every runner has stuff left on it. Including like a big chunk of the shield for the original Jegan. Even the little rocket grenade things in there. Which I'm sure bothers some people, but not me. I look at that as potential extra parts. Also, I don't have it clipped out. Put that aside. But this part right here is a special thing where if you want, you can pop this off of here and attach it to this and put it on any other mobile suit that you want, as long as it has the corresponding connectors or you have enough time and glue. Or access to drills. So, for a mobile suit that did hardly anything in the series, because it only showed up in like, what, the last 2 or 3 episodes? It looks pretty cool. I don't know if I'd give them like a major recommendation, but I certainly don't regret getting it. So yeah, that's been a review of the Jegan Blast Master, which I have to keep myself from calling it the Blaster Master or the Master Blaster. Having gone to Schlitterbahn in my youth, I keep on thinking Master Blaster, which is the name of a water slide over there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff. Let's see. Oh yeah, the contest, the Balls for Balls contest is still going on as of this recording. Check the links in the description below for stuff about that. And don't forget to check out my storefront for official shelf space t-shirts and more. And I'll see you guys the next time you invade my shelf space.